Good morning, my friends. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts, and I am so very thankful that you're here today. Welcome, 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 and welcome back. So I have taking a little hiatus from March. What is it? Mask making March. I am mask making something, but I can't show you because, like, I must make it takes too long, basically. I'll show you later on when I'm getting a little further in the process. Today I want to try making a journal out of this little guy. I purchased this. Oh my goodness, my birds are acting up. I purchased this a long time ago. Not a long time ago. It's been in my stash though, and it is just a very old book that's fallen apart. And I've started to use the pages because I gotta do something with it. So I want to use the cover. I'm not going to use, well, I don't think, well, can I use the pages? I don't think I can because I have to tear them to get them out of the binding system that's in here. So I won't be able to use the pages this way anyway, maybe another way, but we're going to use the cover today and we're going to make something a little more useful out of this little guy. So, I hope you'll stick around for it. I saw, Natasha on Treasure Books make this the other day, and I thought, you know what? I have a big journal I want to try that on. And as I'm sitting here this morning, I'm seeing this little one, and I'm thinking, why not try it on this one first? If it doesn't work the way I expect it to, then I wouldn't have wasted the big one. I mean, I don't want to waste this one either, but I'll be a little more sad about the big one because I've already worked on that one. So I want to kind of fray the edges here. This is obviously going to be a grungy one because it's already grungy. I do want to try something though. And because I have this little piece of the binding, I want to see what matte medium will look like on there. Because if it's not too shiny and if it looks nice and not plasticky, I would like to put it on the front to help preserve the front of my book. I should have cleaned that and I didn't. Let's see if I can break some of those bristles apart and make it softer. But I'm not going to use this piece anyway, most likely. So let's put just a little bit on here and kind of see what it does, how it responds to that matte medium. I tried this with Mod Podge and it was very plasticky and I was really, really disappointed on another project. So I don't want to make the same mistake and ruin a perfectly beautiful grungy book. So let's see what it does. Okay, we'll leave that to dry and then we'll find out. Okay, so, and I should probably wash that brush, but I'll deal with it later. It's already messed. So here we go. So this is this part. Now I'm going to need some pages in here, obviously. So I was thinking, let's use some of my coffee dye papers. And I'm going to use some vintage papers as well. But I'll show you how I figure out the sizing, I suppose. Okay. So this is going to be 3 3/4. So we're going to do our pages 3.5 because I'm going to go 1/4 of an inch shorter. 3.5 by 5 3/4. What did I say? 3.5 by 5 3/4. I'm just going to write this on my desk over here if I can find a pencil. What did I do? So I don't have to keep asking myself, what was that again? And I'm already asking, what was that again? 3 3/4. No, 3.5 by, it's not, it is 6, so 5 3/4. But this one is times 2 because it has to fold. So this one's going to be, what is that? 5, 10, 11.5. Is that how that goes? Well, it can't be more than 11. It's going to be 11, guys. Okay. I did that wrong, didn't I? Yes, I did. Why, yes. Yes, I did. That's not the times 2. This is the times 2. So it's 7 by 5 3/4. Well, that makes a huge difference, doesn't it? I can't do math. How many of you were screaming at me, no, that's wrong? I hope you did, because that was wrong. Okay, so we're going to go 7 by 3.5. How many of these can I get out of there? Several, right? That's not right, you guys. No, 7 by 5. I can't do math today. I was testing you. 7. I was looking at the wrong by 5 3/4. And this is what I mean. Okay, this is the 7-inch side. So we're going to fold it in half, making the 3.5, which is what I was trying to get to. And that's going to fit perfectly inside my book. See what I did there? Okay. Now, we're not wasting the rest of those pages because I'll be using those for something else. All right, so 5 and can I get 5 3/4 out of this crumpled up page? I like to use these up. When I have to cut a page anyway, I like to use these up. 5 3/4 by 7. We'll just go this way so that some of that crumple will get missed. I'm going to do a few of these. I hope you guys are having a great day. And that you're creating as well. Okay, let's see if we can do a couple of them at a time. This way. Forwards. I'm going to do just a few more. Actually, I have this many sitting here. By 5 3/4. I want to make several signatures. I want to do at least 3, I think. So we'll try this. We'll do 3. I'll put this down for just a minute. And I don't mind if my signature pages are different sizes. So we're going to use some of this too. Some of the scrap. We're going to use some of that because that way we'll have some different size papers in there. Just going to make a little mini junk journal. Well, this worked out well. I've got just about an even set here. 2 and 3, and I have 1 extra. And that's just fine. How long is that? All right, so we're going to do some of these and 7 it. Do I want to do that? Because I could use these for a different project. How many do I have? I have another project going on too, guys. I've started making some mini journals. I'm trying to get some things together for this vendor fair. And these would be perfect for that for the most part, but some of them would not. So I'll also be showing those because I'll be probably posting some of those on my Etsy too. But I want to get a handful of them together first. All right, let's do 7 inches there. And then we'll have, I even have a reason for those. Okay, let's fold these into pieces. We'll put these in here too. And this one was already had one extra, so we'll put these extra ones on the other two signatures. So we're coming along. I'm going to go ahead off camera. I'm going to go gather some more papers for this. And so that we'll have them all complete. You won't have to sit and watch me cut and all that stuff. You've already seen me do it. Figure out how to size my papers, even though I did it wrong before. Look, this is already drying up, and it is a little shiny, but it doesn't feel bad. So I just have to decide if that's what I want for my cover. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not decided yet. So, I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So I've got my signatures made, all three of them. I went and found some papers. We're going to be using these for one for each signature. It's a cover for each signature. The side you want to show, you need to fold to the inside of the signature. This is the outside. This will not show on this side. You don't have to use double-sided, guys, basically. I used double-sided because this is the paper I wanted to use. I had this Tim Holtz paper, and I thought it would be really beautiful in here, and so I used the sides. This is the sides that I want to show. So we're going to sew these together in a three-hole pamphlet stitch. Now, the cover, it doesn't matter if your pages are all exactly the same size, but these all need to be, the covers need to be the same, all exactly the same size. So even if these stick out, that's okay. This has to match the cover to the next one, to the next one. So those all have to be the same, and they need to be a sturdier paper. Now, because I'm going to be starting my hole on the outside, I'm going to go ahead and clip these. It makes it so much easier, guys, to do your pamphlet stitch with these clipped and holding everything in place. And I'm going to hold them in 4 different places because my pages are different sizes. And then this doesn't have to be exact your whole. Did I just tilt? Okay, well, let me see if I can fix that just a little bit, guys. My camera is playing tricks on me. Oh, let's see if I can get you in there. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. Okay. They don't have to be measured out. You can eyeball the holes from signature to signature. It's not going to show, but they're going to be approximately the same size anyway, because that's how we do it, right? All right, take your thread. Now, you don't have to do it this way. If you have a different way to bind your signatures, that's cool. I like this look. So Natasha I think she did 3 different ways, this being one of them. This is my favorite. So the other ones, how did she do the other ones? She did staples, which I don't have a long arm stapler. I can't do it. And I don't feel like that's as organic. And she did, what was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, she like did a band around them, which I thought was pretty too. I might do some like that later, but I really love this look. So she wrapped them basically and tied them together, which is also nice because you can add and take out pages. So it's just whatever you want to do. And I will see if I can link her video, her original video, if you want me to, in the description box. If I forget, because I often do, because once I'm due with this, I'm going to probably be getting ready for work. So I may forget. If I do forget and you want to see that, make sure you comment in the comments and remind me, because I want to give her credit for one, but sometimes I do forget to link those videos. So I apologize in advance if I do, but I will do my best. Okay, so we got those together. I did the other 2 in advance, so you wouldn't have to watch me do that. Put those aside, put this aside. I don't need my awl at the moment. We're all done with it. Put my needle up. I do have to put my needle up because I don't want to step on that. I've stepped on my fair share of needles in my lifetime. I don't need to do another. All right, so I've got my other 2 signatures. I already did those. And you guys, I found a bunch of fun papers also. So I have my coffee dyed. I found some vintage papers in my box and put those in here. I just thought they were so fun. I'm gonna have to go back and probably washi some of them. I may need to trim a few up too, but each signature is going to be different. Now, One of the things she did, which I think is, as I'm looking at it, I think is probably a really great idea. She taped these down. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. I'm not going to bother. I don't have any Scotch tape. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be a fat monkey. Just like that. It's going to be pretty chunky, huh? And you can make this as many signatures deep as you want to. Now, here's what we're going to do. Put this aside. I don't think, okay, so let me show you this too. I don't think I like the shiny look. It does come out a little shiny. It looks a little cleaner, but I think I'm going to leave it this way. I wish that I could get the effect of the protection of the coating without the shine. So even though it's matte, it's still kind of shiny. Do you see it? Which is understandable because it's sealing the fabric. But when you've got a grungy one like this, you see the water damage and stuff on there. I think that's going to look funny if it's shiny. So I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. So that test was done. We're not going to do it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Make sure that your signatures are right side up. I don't think I have much directional. This one is right side up. That one's right side up. And this one is, let's see, do I have anything directional? Yes, there it is, right side up. And I don't know which is supposed to be which. I didn't have a particular order I cared about. So what I'm going to do is, okay, now for these, we're going to put glue. Do not glue like this section, like a finger width. Don't glue this section right here. Okay, we're going to glue right up to it. All the way to the corners here. All the way down the edge. Come on, glue. There we go. All the way down the edge. Some of you are probably mad at me for covering up this beautiful Tim Holtz paper on this side, but these are the 6x6 cut aparts, and I don't have a better use for them. This is a great use for them. So I'm going to. And I really love the other side of it. So don't be mad. Don't be mad. I know they're hard to come by. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hold this piece, right? We're going to take the piece of the next signature. We're going to line these up corner to corner right here. Corner to corner. There's a helicopter near my house. I wonder what they're looking for. And we're going to line these up so that they fit perfectly. This is why they need to match perfectly. Okay? They need to line up. And then we're going to press all the way down. All the way into the signature. Remember, we didn't put glue on the very inside of that. Ooh, this did not line up perfectly. Oh, it slid. That's why. I had a little bit of time there. I forgot. I'm not using Barely Arts glue. My bottle says Barely Arts glue, guys. It is not Barely Arts glue. I've got Aleene's tacky glue in there, and it'll allow me a little time to slide. A little bit of time. Okay, so those will be glued together, and then we're going to do the same thing on the next one. All the way to the corner. All the way to the corner. Skip about a finger width. Don't glue all the way down that side. All the way at the top. And give it lots of good glue right in here. We want those papers to be held together nice and strong, never to come apart. Okay, so we'll take that one. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to line up the corner to corner. 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 Line them up, press them together. Use that time to slide them if you need to. All the way down to the bottom. We're going to put our book this way, push it down, and then we are going to, this is the part I didn't plan on, put something heavy on top. I actually do have a book right here to put on top. We're going to let that dry for a few minutes while I go find some fabric. Be right back. Okay, so we're getting somewhere, guys. All right, we've got this put together. You'll see that because we didn't glue those, that's going to give those some room to move and to open. So anywhere you open this when it's done, it's going to open flat. So you'll be able to write on it, which is fantastic, right? You'll be able to work on it, do art on it, whatever. that's the idea. Now, we need to do the cover. And I need to make sure there's nothing on here that's going to make it, yeah, no, they're both right side. I think I want to keep this one for the front, even though I think that was originally on the back. But I think I want that one for the front because it doesn't have as much damage to the front. And I think that would be beautiful. Or, oops, I don't want to turn that over because that would be backwards. Or I could do it this way, put this one on the front and put a plate on here, which would also be beautiful. So there's something to think about. Now, what I want to do, the insides won't show. They're going to be covered. We want to make sure that these two covers are lined up and we can put this part sticking out just a bit because this part we're going to cover with fabric. Now, I pulled a couple fabrics that I thought would be pretty. I love this one, but I wish there was more pattern to it. You know, looking at it again, that's pretty nice. And then I pulled this one and thought this would be beautiful as well. And I also pulled this one and thought it would be beautiful as well. But then I thought about what's on the inside. So what's going to be showing for decorative is going to be these pages. This versus this kind of knocks that one back out. This one, these would actually be beautiful with either one of these. But I'm thinking because of the fine patterns, I think I'm going to go with this one. So we're going to put that one out. If I want to use some more green or something on the cover, I can do something with the nameplate or something like that. Okay, so what I need is a piece of fabric that's going to be the same width height as this. So we're going to go to, and let me see if I can tear this. I would like a rough edge up on top if I can tear it. And I can, so that's fantastic. This was 7 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches. Okay, so let's go to 6 inches here. And tear it as well. There's our piece. Okay, you don't need this much. In fact, I'm gonna shorten it because there's no reason to use this much. But I'm kind of debating how much I actually do need. I think I'm going to go to here because I'm going to have to glue all that down if I do. All right, so here's the thing. I don't care about those strings. They're fine. What we're going to do is we are going to put glue. Again, remember we're going to leave this section. Is that right? I'm trying to remember how she did it now. We're going to leave a section here open, okay? So we're going to go about a finger distance. We're going to go right in here. And I'm hoping this Alliance glue works well for this because I don't know if it will. I know my Barely Arts would. There we go. So we're just going to go straight down. And we're going to glue that on. We'll start with the straight edge since it's straight. Remember, don't go all the way to the edge. I think that was the reoccurring theme in the project. Don't go all the way to the edge. Kind of important. Okay. And I'm getting glue all over my hands. So whatever the best way for you to get that glue down, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, then we're going to flip this over. Now on this side, we're going to be pushing this down just a little bit. We want the paper to fit firmly, but not too tight because then it won't be able to expand. So we're going to push this down just a little bit, and then we're going to wrap this around. If you push it too tight, your book won't be able to expand. But if you don't do it tight enough, it's going to be floppy. So we'll just hold that right there for a minute, and we'll just kind of hang out for a minute while this kind of dries. And I got glue over there. It shouldn't have, well, it won't matter, it won't show. Remember, this page is not going to show. Okay, you can see how it expands a little bit. But if you push it too tightly, it won't have room in there. You want it to have a little bit of room to relax. And I actually might have done it just a little bit too tight. Ooh, I have room, or I have time. So it's not too late. I keep forgetting I'm using different glue. It's like, it's too late. I can't make it bigger. So we'll give it just a little bit of room. Just a little bit of room to pinch. Okay. Whoop. And we'll let that sit. Now, smartly, you'd probably let this sit even longer to dry. But I'm going to keep going because video. All right. Now, I have lost track of which way is up. This way is up. So this is my front page. Yep. Okay. So what did we decide? Are we putting the junky one on top so we can cover it with a... I think so. We're going to put this one on top. I have a circle die cut that would make a perfect round spot. I could just need to size it up to that and see what we can make pretty out of that. So we're going to go ahead and attach this. We're just going to glue it on there. And this page is going to go just like that, except we're going to round those corners because they need to be rounded to make it fit better. So let's move all these books so I can open my drawer. I have truly been creating, you guys. Ugh. So much going on over here. All right, we're gonna round to those corners, and that should fit better. And if we have to do it there, that means we're gonna have to do it on this one. And I think we're gonna need to, should I ink up those edges a little bit? As I'm looking at this is a little bit longer than the book cover. Just slightly. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Did I measure just a little bit wrong? No, I think I measured it exact, which is and isn't a problem, except that I don't like how it looks. What do I do about that? How am I going to fix it? How do I fix it? Well, I think I'm going to leave it alone. I think I'm okay with it. If I scooch this up, I won't notice as much. I think we can put it right there and I'd be happy with it. Will that leave a little bit of room? No, not really. I really wanted to put it down a little bit more. I think that's okay. I think I can live with that. We want to be able to see the fabric. We want this to stick out just a bit. I think it'll be all right. All right, and this is why I tried it on this one first, because I want to make sure I catch these mistakes before I get to the big one, because I'm going to be really upset with myself if I mess up on the bigger one. Because that would be, oops, that would be a lot of wasted time and materials, wouldn't it? All right, and I'm going to go almost to the edge on this one as well. All the way to the top here. This is going to be gorgeous. All the way to the edge. Okay. Whew. So this isn't going to line up exactly, obviously, because I'm playing with something a little bit different than I thought. So let's put it there. Make sure that this is straight inside. I can use washi tape if I don't like the inside of this, or paint or anything. I can fix that. It doesn't really bother me, but I might do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. It's more about construction at this point. I just want to see how it works. Okay, so we'll push this down. Smoosh it. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Make sure that it's set in there really good. So pretty. Do you guys love it? I love it. This is such a cool idea. And I'm going to have to use some different glue probably to fix that. But let's go ahead and get this one, and then I'll push it down or press it so that it can stick better. Might as well get both on here and press it at the same time, right? May need to get my Barely Arts in here to finish it up. All right, we're going to put this down, and then we're going to work with the inside a little bit. Make sure that it's straight. And we do want the front and the back cover to line up perfectly. And I think we've got that just that easily. So I'm going to go ahead and put a book on here and let it sit for a while longer to get that to dry. And we're going to squish it down real good. Boom. Be back. All right, my friends, we have a book. We have a book. So let me show you my book. There's the cover. Open it up. There's the inside. Each page is going to be different and fun. I love, love, love how this is turning out. So fun. So I want to go ahead and put a cover on here, or a decorative element on the cover. There's our joining pages. Now, mine didn't work out. Well, yeah, you can still lay it flat. I was going to say it didn't work out that you can lay it flat, but it does. It just needs to be kind of held open. But yes, it definitely lays flat when you open it, which is awesome, isn't it? Some of these have little flip outs too. So we'll be decorating this a little bit using some washi tape to fix, not to fix it, but like this cracked page, I want to put some paper, some washi on there to help. Maybe not on that one. I might just tear that one. I might not do that at all, honestly. I might just tear some of those pages back out. But I'll probably put some washi on here, on these edges, to kind of make them cute. But for the cover, I want to do something like this. We'll put this here. And then I'm going to glue these together. And we'll put this in the center with something on it. I haven't quite decided what yet. So maybe let's glue these together and get this going at least. And I just did a couple layers of cardstock in there because I wanted to make sure that it had a little bit of height to it. Just a little bit of thickness and strength. And this gray piece will coordinate with the spine, but also it's got like a fabric texture on it, like let's see, the tweed kind of looking print. I thought that was cute. Sorry, I know my camera tilted at a different angle again. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's not where I left it last time. I have to take my phone out of the holder every time to turn it on, so it gets moved. All right, and basically what I'm doing, I'm just lining this up. There's a groove on the book. I think you guys can probably see that pattern there. There's a little groove, a circle. This is going to help cover up some of that buckling and hopefully make it look a little fresher, a little fun, because this side is pretty clean, really. So, and this I thought went well with that. Let's put some glue on there. This one's almost done. Kind of try to center that a little bit. I matched it up the best I could with the dies that I had, and I just used 2 different size dies, one that nested right inside the other. The bigger one for the gray, and then the smaller one I used for the tea-dyed paper. I used the tea-dyed paper because I wanted it to, or the coffee-dyed, to go with the papers that were inside. So that's why I used that one. You don't have to do it that way, but that's what I did. The covers, you know, that's up to your imagination. You can do whatever you want there. whatever you want. We're going to be as creative as we want to be, right? Just have some fun with it. This is your story. This is your book. And I'm going to use a little bit of scorched timber around the edges of this one. I'm trying to think of what I want to put in there. I think I'd like to use a stencil on this. And I think I know which one. I don't need it to say anything. It's not a greeting card or anything. I know I've gone around this a couple times. It's like the ink is disappearing. Where's it going? Where is it going? It's like soaking into the edges somehow. Maybe because it's still wet. I don't know. How weird is that? It's like fading out. Okay, that's probably good. I'm going to use the same ink. I'm going to cover that for just a second. I want to use the floral. Floral or this one? Kind of fun too. This would be kind of fun to do. This would be kind of fun to do in a brown, guys. So we did this one with green and orange the other day. What if we just did it in brown? Let's try it on something else really quick before we commit. What if? It would be pretty just in brown. I mean, it's a beautiful stencil, so I don't know why it wouldn't be pretty. What if we just did that on the front? Wouldn't that be nice? I could go in and do some of the pages that way. I don't have to go all the way. Okay, I'm gonna do it. But what I'd like to do, I'm gonna center this a little bit. And I'm going to make the rose in the middle dark and the leaves on the outside, I'm going to get lighter and lighter. So we'll go dark and then lighter and lighter. So those are just kind of a hint. You guys, I think I forgot to take my trash out again. Oh well. Look at that. That's beautiful. Should we put it on a tilt there? So it's kind of, oh, I really like that. I really like that. Okay, so we'll do that. It doesn't have to say anything. Sure that's glued down well enough. Remember, I'm using a different glue, so I'm not quite sure what to think about. Okay. What do you think about that? I really like it. I may do more to this book or I may not. I might just leave it alone. I think it'd be beautiful with just a cotton bow tied to it. I don't have any fabric with it right now. Or even maybe just a piece of this. I don't think this is long enough. Yeah, that's not long enough to tie around it. But just a big piece of bow around it would be just beautiful. We could do some... Here, let's go through this a little bit and just add a little bit of floral with the brown, just a little bit, just really lightly. See how that works out? Love it. We'll just do a few pages throughout. No rhyme or reason. I'm not counting out pages, just pick a few here and there. There we go. Love that. Oh my gosh. Just adds something nice, doesn't it? I'm not gonna do pockets and tags and things in this one. This is gonna be more of a blank journal. Just a very simple one. We'll do this page a little bit more full. Yeah. Yes, sir. Love it. We'll just tie this all together. Skip a few extra pages there. We'll go heavier on this one. Last but not least, we'll do it on this one. There we go. That's gorgeous. All right, you guys, so there's that book. And you can see it opens, and the fun thing that everybody's showing, look, it opens all the way around. You could put this out as a display if you want to make it some kind of a decorative thing. It might be cute to use this kind of effect for maybe like a countdown or Christmas or something. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas for this already. So this beautiful book is finished. I'm done with it. Well, maybe. I might put a little bit more stamping in there. But for now, we're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you'll give it a try. I hope it'll inspire you. Give it a shot. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'd love to have you join my YouTube family. Have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. Love y'all. Bye-bye.